Hello everyone, Seraphin here. Welcome back for more Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. When I last left you guys, we had just gotten to chapter 17, which is going to be a 4-part chapter known as Day Breaks. I went ahead and got everybody outfitted, and it was a chore because I wanted to make sure I had everybody outfitted exactly how I wanted for the inevitable slog that this next bit is going to be. I went ahead and kitted out Ileana with our bolting tone that we got from a few chapters ago. That's going to be fun to play around with if possible. Everybody's right around in a good level range. They're between like 16 and 19, which is kind of where you want people to be at this stage in the game. I did go ahead and feed a lot of the bonus experience we've gotten from the previous chapters to Mist. She is now level 15, so she will be our preeminent healer for the rest of the game here. Not that there's anything wrong with Riss, but Mist just has better growths overall, and when she promotes, she gets a horse, which is very, very valuable. That will allow her a great deal of mobility. And there is some other utility she's good for when she promotes as well, but I also like her because her stat growths are just better. She's nowhere near as slow as Riss. Her luck is also incredible, which is good because it works really well with her miracle skill. And she ends up being really, really good later on if you take the time to put some effort into her, so that's what we're doing. I also went ahead and gave the Night Ward to Gatry, so he's going to be leveling up his speed quicker, which is the goal. We are going to continue to try to use Kieran. I can't make any promises how he'll turn out, but I'm hoping once he hits level 20 and promotes to a Paladin that he'll be able to pick up some decent stat bonuses from that, and that will continue to make him viable, and then his growth will start picking up the slack once he promotes. That is the hope. We'll see if it actually pans out or not. We're going to bring Marcia, but she's not going to be frontline for the most part because she's already promoted, so we're not going to have her stealing my experience, quote-unquote. I am going to bring Astrid just for kicks and grins. I want to see if I can make her good. I went ahead and forged her a custom bow. This is a custom steel bow with maxed out might and maxed out hit, which I imagine will be pretty useful for her. And I also reduced the weight so that it does not slow her down at all. 8 speed's not going to be doubling anything at this stage, but hopefully after a few lucky level ups, she'll be good to go. I believe her speed growth is actually pretty good. I've got Titania loaded out too, just in case we decide to use her. She's actually still very good at this point in the game. And our guys are catching up to the point where they're about to promote, and she'll be able to continue to keep pace with the rest of them if we wanted to do that. Titania is a fantastic unit. There's no reason not to use her. So, with that said, there is one support conversation we have to watch, but I was going to do it with you guys because I didn't want you to miss out on it. It's actually kind of an important one. We're going to do the Ike and Soren B support. Soren has been quiet and moody. It's almost like he's always like that. Soren just looks like a moody teenager, let's be honest. If Soren were a modern day person, he'd be like a goth kid. Otherwise, no complaints. Must be nice to have loving parents. So this is where we find out that Soren really didn't have a good childhood. A child can't know which path to take without an adult to affirm them. Huh. Woman who raised me was not my birth mother, and she was not fond of me. Yeah, that sounds pretty rough. Who carried me out of some sense of duty she didn't possess. Huh. I possessed rare magical talent, huh. Jeez, alright, so this lady didn't like Soren, who was raising him. Only goal was to teach his art to an apprentice. Rigorous magic training. Sounds like fun. That's probably why Soren is so good at magic, I imagine. So he was like 6 or 7 when he became all this, like, this really powerful mage. Once I ate all the food, I went and looked for help. Could not speak. How do you do magical incantations if you can't speak? Huh. Huh. Jeez. It's awful. It's the most terrible thing I've ever heard. Oh boy. Well, Soren doesn't want to talk anymore about his past. So that's a pretty interesting conversation that the two of them have. But that being said, I think we're about ready to get going. So let's go ahead and save real quick, and we will roll out. Autobots. Please don't sue. Alright, moving on. So here we have the Serenes Forest, which is not looking particularly great at the moment. As we know, this area was put to the torch some 20 years ago, and it looks like it still has not quite recovered. Even in this forest, you always know exactly where you are. I don't know about that. These woods all look the same. And here's Nasir again. Oh, that's right. I forgot the apostles actually come with us. If you find the heron, we'll send for you immediately. Let's leave the nobility here with just the two of them. Actually, Sigrun and Tanith are more than capable of guarding both of them on their own. They don't look it, but Sigrun and Tanith are absurdly powerful. Well, actually, we'll get to see Tanith in a little bit, I think. So here we are, this incredibly gloom and fog-covered forest. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. Grail mercenaries, move out. To what? Oh, there's bad guys, okay. And here we have that bloated, pompous doofus, Mr. Oliver here. Still looking for his precious bird. Quivering with loneliness and cold, yeah, okay. Mercenaries who invaded your villa are in this forest. They're here to steal my bird. Yeah, this guy's a little odd. If that's putting it mildly, I think, but I'm sure that's true, Your Grace, but what do we do? Hunt them down and leave none alive. Leave the apostle to me. Yeah, okay, good luck with that. These guys are a little too rigidly obedient, methinks, but I guess that's just how things work. Slay them where they stand. Leave none alive, not man, woman, or child. Good lord, is this Game of Thrones? Oh, not the Duke's guys again. Aw, snap. Alright. So, we don't get that very many guys to start out with, but because this is split up into 4 different parts, we're actually going to get a couple of reinforcements every time. So, we start out with 10. Once we start the second part, we get to call 2 more guys. Start of part 3 and part 4 also we get 2 more guys. So all told, we're going to have 16 people at the end of the chapter. So the initial 10 is going to be the most important. I don't think we need Soth right away. The only reason we might need him is to steal stuff, but I don't think there's anything to worry about stealing at this point. Take a quick look. That's an antitoxin. I could steal a vulnerary, I guess, if I really wanted to, or a couple of vulneraries, it looks like. Not really all that important to me, so we're probably just going to not bother with Soth at the moment. We'll bring him in later. At this point, however, I do want to bring... We don't need Marcia yet. Let's bring Astrid. We want to get her going as quick as we can. Neffany and Oscar are pretty close to leveling. I would like to bring one of them, but not necessarily both, so we will leave Oscar behind for the time being. And we will bring... Oh, let's say... Let's bring Kieran instead and see how he turns out. Drop Oscar for Kieran. We'll still have a mounted guy. This will be our core force, so to speak. We want to make sure the beat sticks are in the front. I want to see if we can get Jill to a point where she can promote pretty soon, because, well, she's totally worth it. We want Astrid near the front, but not so near the front, if that makes any sense. Did I get boots? I probably should... No, I guess I won't really bother with giving the boots to Miss, because she gets them out when she promotes. I don't know who to give the boots to be honest with you. It's kind of a tough call. So we'll go ahead and call this a day, I think. And we will get rolling with part 1 of chapter 17. I believe it actually even says that. No, it just says advance. Okay, never mind. This should go pretty quick. All these parts are going to be relatively quick. This part of the map is not large by any stretch. Apparently I've forgotten how to scroll quickly. There we go. So all we need to do is clear out all the guys in this map. There's maybe, what, like, looks like maybe 15, 16 guys here, had a rough estimate, so won't take very long. There is some mud and swampiness here, so that actually does hinder your movement a little bit. So my guys can't move quite as far as they otherwise normally would be able to. But that's not going to really slow us down all that much. We'll go ahead and put Nephany right over here. She's not yet reached C rank in Lances, so she can't use a killer, but I figured she's pretty close, so I gave one to her anyway. Actually, Jill can fly around up in here and poke these guys with her lance. Actually, we're going to leave her right here, I think. That way all three of them can come after her if they want to. She does have a full guard, so this archer, even if he could hit her, would not do a whole lot in the way of damage. This protects her from arrows, so she's all good there. We want to make sure Boyd doesn't get hit by sword-wielding guys, so we're going to put him over here. Steel Axe is good. He's pretty close to leveling to, or promoting too, even, so we want to make sure he doesn't get too much experience. Now, I'm going to try to get Iked as level 20 as quick as possible, and the reason for that is because I don't want to have to wait around for him to struggle to get levels at the very last minute. Let's go ahead. No, wait, I don't want to put Ileana there because she's going to get hit by this guy, isn't she? Yep. So we don't want to do that just yet. Leave your mages out of harm's way, everybody, just in case something really bad happens. We'll put Mist right here. Astrid will be... Doesn't really matter where she is, honestly, because she can run in and poke people from pretty reasonable distance. As long as the swamp doesn't slow her down. And we'll put Kieran right back here. Alright, see how this goes. First things first, yep, go ahead and throw yourselves at my mighty wyvern lady. I will not complain about that. It's hilarious that she's not even super fast, but they still have a hard time hitting her. Actually, I guess her speed is one of her best stats right now. Her speed and her defense are both really good. I wonder if she'll be that good when she's introduced to heroes, finally. Everyone's been clamoring all over the subreddit, like, when are we getting Jill? When are we getting Jill? And she better be good, because when they added Har, unfortunately, Har was not good. And those of you who play Radiant Dawn know that Har is supposed to be an unbelievable beast, and he just wasn't, unfortunately. But then they added King Ashnard to the game, and he's incredible, so, you know, there's that. Oh, Ven and Lance, darn it. Please don't get hit. Oh, thank God. Ven and Lances are not, or Ven and Edges, rather, are not dangerous, but being poisoned is an absolute colossal pain in the butt. Oh, hey, she got rank up on her spears. I think that's C rank now? Might even be B. And Boyd absolutely cleans this guy's clock without much effort. The thing with Boyd is once you get him rolling, he's kind of hard to stop. He's like the Juggernaut in that respect. Although I would love it if he kept getting strength instead of magic, which he definitely does not need, but, you know, I guess can't have everything you want. We got more axe fighters rolling in. Let's see if Astrid can pick off one of these guys. I imagine she shouldn't have too much trouble with that. Don't even need to use the custom bow I built. And because she has Paragon and she's such a low level... Oh, and she missed. Well, always next time, I guess. That's actually incredibly irritating. I wouldn't think she'd miss on a 70%, but it does happen, as we just saw. Go ahead and level up Ileana's fire skill. Not that she needs it, but she's now capable of using an Elf Undertone without speed loss, thanks to her 6 strength, so there's that. That's actually a very important milestone to hit. If you can use second rank magic tomes without speed loss, that's really good. Soren can't even do that. But Soren is actually a good deal faster than Ileana, I think, so... Actually, they're pretty comparable. What does Soren have, like 17 speed? 16 speed. She's got 14. Yeah, they're pretty close. Alright, so we're gonna let Jill fly up in here and take a poke at... You know what? We don't need to waste the Rampaya. We're just gonna straight up stab the guy with a lance, because reasons. I find that using your melee weapons more commonly is better. Only because it's generally harder to find good ranged weapons. Either, like, the high-tier ones, they don't give you very many of, and you don't get very many uses on them. And the low-ranking ones you can generally buy, but they're not really all that powerful. So and you can always buy melee weapons whenever you need them, for the most part. So I generally find it's better to use your melee weapons when you have the opportunity to. If you're stacking up for a really tough enemy phase and they're all using magic and bows and stuff, absolutely switch to your javelins and your hand axes, but if you're just clearing guys out, just use your melee weapons. That's 99% of the time, anyway. Alright, let's get Ike in here. I don't know why. I gave him that sword that I forged for Mia because, well, she's not here to use it, so... Might as well let Ike use it. Might as well let somebody use it. I guess that's really the big thing here. Anybody hurt? I don't think so. Nobody hit Jill. I guess she got hit by a couple. But I don't think she's in any danger. With being missing 2 hit points. These guys can't move through that swamp very easily. I could ward somebody up to get experience for Mist. Let's go ahead and try it. It's a really cool effect. How much? 17 XP on a ward? That's actually pretty normal, isn't it? Because I think that's how much a barrier staff gives in Sacred Stones. Pretty comparable. And here we have some Armor Knights rolling in. Those are going to be easy pickings, I think. Oh, there's an enemy sniper back there, too, I just noticed. Not even an archer. We got promoted enemies, boys. Yeah, okay, with your silly little Lagoo's bow. Nice try. Everybody tries to hit Neffany, but it never works out for them as well as they want to. Oh, don't get hit by the Venom Axe, please. Okay, cool. I don't remember if I brought a Restore Staff with Mist or not. I have to double check, probably. I think she's got one. I know she's got Heal and Mend, but... No, she's got Physic. Restore Staff is on Riss. Yikes. Oh, I got an Antitoxin. That's okay. Now I don't need to worry about getting poison. I can just pop that if I need to. Big dodgy team we got here. Alright, that's another kill for Astrid there, potentially. I say another, she hasn't gotten one yet, but... Ah, we have reinforcements from behind. Always fun. How far can they travel? Not far enough. We'll have Astrid pick this guy up. Let's see, one more per... Wow, exactly enough damage to kill. Don't you dare miss again, lady. Nice, there we go. I don't know why it takes her so long to draw that bow. Do you guys notice how long that animation takes? Look at that, a whole level just from a single kill. That's what happens when you're level 2 and have Paragon. That could have been better. Like I said, this is going to be an experiment to see if she's worth it or not. Right now I'm skeptical, but we'll see. That first level up she got was amazing, but as we know, that's not always the case when you get really good level ups like that. I don't think Kieran can do a whole lot to these guys, unfortunately. Well, maybe. He lands a crit. He lands a crit, that's a kill. As long as he hits both times. See how he does. Well, no crit yet. And no crit second time either. Alright, well, it was a nice try. Again, can't always get what you want, but... let's have Gatry run in here. Poke the other one. Be plenty, I would imagine. I'm told that there are a lot of cavalry units coming up in the later parts of this chapter. I don't remember that being the case, but I'm willing to believe that's probably the truth. Oh no, the next part there's a lot of horses. This one, not so much. I think in the 4th part there's also a lot of horses. Alright, level up for Gatry. You better get speed. I've got that Night Ward on him now. He did not get speed. He's almost maxed out strength and defense, though. He's got like a 60% speed growth now with that Night Ward equipped. He should be getting that, but it is what it is. Who needs healing? I guess we can heal Kieran. Nope, never mind, we can't. Who else can I heal, potentially? Anybody? Heal Astrid real quick. Might as well use up the heal staff, because I need XP for my healer lady. Like I said, Mist ends up being really good later on if you take the time to level her up. It's really easy with bonus experience, thankfully, too. That kind of just makes it like a cakewalk. And I actually still have quite a bit of bonus experience left, so I'm not really worried about using it all up or anything. If I shove Liliana, I can get her in distance of the Armor Knight. Gotta watch out for that sniper, though. That guy could be a problem. L Thunder kills, Fire does not, and I kind of want Jill to have a kill here, so... Alright, throw your javelin, see what happens. Ow! Yeah, that's exactly what I didn't want to happen. Now we're going to have to keep an eye on this sniper and see how far he goes. He could move here, so I need to move Jill into that Armor Knight's spot after I drop him. Otherwise, we're going to be in a bad way. And again, thankfully that sniper does not do any bonus damage to Jill. And down goes Mr. Armor Knight. It's interesting fighting guys with red armor instead of black for a change. We're fighting Begnion troops instead of Dayan ones. Alright, so Ilyana's out of the line of fire, that's good. Bring Boyd up here. Oh, shoot, there's a guy here still. Wow, how did I miss that? Let's see if Nefany can do it. Oh, yeah, she's good. She's pretty close to promoting. I'm excited to see her promoted because she's incredible. I'm pretty sure I've expounded on this already, but Nefany is definitely one of my favorite units in this game. Probably in general. I just like Nefany a lot. She's great. Yes. Shoot your arrows at my incredibly strong and defensive Wyvern Lady. That's a crit. Then it did 3 damage. Or, I'm sorry, 6 damage. So he would have only done 2 normally. That's hilarious. Now we have some Myrmidons to deal with. And, oh, more guys. Alright. Myrmidon, and Archer, and Fighter. Alright. Boss is a Halberdier. Drops a Killer Lance. That'll be fun. What do you say we surround this Chucklehead? So he can't go anywhere. And lay into him a little bit. Well, I probably won't need to worry about surrounding him. I'll probably just kill him in 2 hits. Assuming Gatry hits, which he does. And let's see, who gets the kill? Who needs it the most? Can Astrid do it? Let's see. He's got 9 hit points. Perfect. She better hit, though. This is going to be a rough way. That's risky. I don't know if I want to bother with that. And she doesn't need it anyway, because that's a promoted guy. Why don't we give that to somebody who actually needs the experience? Whereas she can get a full level from killing like a regular generic dude. So let's let Jill do it. And again, I just really don't want to risk getting immediately destroyed by a guy just because I missed on a 75. In any other situation, I might have felt brave enough to try that, but not right now. Alright, that's level 18 for Jill. Some strength would be cool. Some speed would also be good. Or just defense. That's fine. Nothing wrong with her getting defense. I like Jill having defense, but I like her having other things too. Alright, let's heal up Ilyana real quick. And how do we deal with these not these axe fellows, these sword fellows? Well, Nefany is going to get a clean kill on one of them for sure. I don't think there's any question about that. Nope, no question whatsoever. We'll save one for Astrid to pick off. It's always fun when they actually hit her. And we're fighting guys that are pretty comparable to our levels, so thankfully I'm getting lots of XP. Let's see, Ike. How do you fare against these dudes? He's actually not fast enough to double, that's interesting. Soren, how about you? Well, I didn't think Soren was going to double, but... maybe we'll get a lucky crit here with the Thunder. That'd be cool. Never happens. Or an Adept proc would be nice. Or just, you know, miss Soren. That's cool. Yeah, that's totally what I wanted you to do. Ilyana can bolting somebody. That seems like a waste. Kieran probably can't hit the broadside of a barn on these guys. Yeah, that's what I thought. This could be a problem. Definitely need to kill one of them. It's just a matter of which one do we kill. Killing Edge guy, probably. Definitely don't need a Killing Edge guy rolling around. Iron Blade is worse than Resolution, so we'll just go with that. Alright, Killing Edge guy has to go. Nope, nice try. Soren can handle a hit from one of these guys, but probably not both, so as long as we can pick this guy off, we'll be fine. Iron Bow is not strong enough. Zephyr is plenty strong enough. Again, I just have to hope for a hit. Here we are in that 70s range. Even though I maxed out her hit rate, she's having trouble hitting stuff. Oh, for the... oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Starting to regret using Astrid. We're gonna hope and pray for a lucky hand axe throw here. There's no way it's gonna happen, but might as well give it a try. Nope, didn't happen. Shouldn't be surprised. Probably gonna lose Soren now because that Killing Edge is gonna come make mincemeat of him. Unless, no, I can't push him out of the way or anything. I could rescue him, I guess. I think Boyd's tough enough to handle getting maybe crit from these guys. They would double him, though, for sure. Yeah, that's a problem. How much might does that guy have? 21? Yeah, that's an instant death, pretty much. You know what? May have to resort to bolting here. 77, I like those odds. Make it happen, lady. Nice. Goodbye, Killing Edge. Seems like a really bad use of a bolting tome, but when you gotta bail yourself out, there's never anything better. That's a Venom Edge on a Myrmidon. But I am pretty confident we're okay. He's got an antitoxin, we'll be fine. Nobody over here is in danger of getting killed by a single Myrmidon, so let's see how this goes. I was expecting this to be a lot quicker and easier than I initially suspected, but, you know, stuff happens. Ow. Okay, good thing Soren's fast enough to not get doubled. That tome was weighing him down by 3, I think. It was not something you want when you're against a Myrmidon. You want all the speed you can get against those chuckleheads. And now Boyd is poisoned, but he manages to clock the guy that hit him pretty darn hard. Thankfully we have an antitoxin. I think that's all there is for reinforcements. We should be able to just get to the boss and call it a day. Alright, Astrid, you have one more chance to prove that you're not awful. That's a 13 hit. Or, not 13, but... Again, she needs this bow I gave her to be any... You know what? We're gonna go for the 77 guy. Instead of the 71. Or the 73, was it? Not sure. Alright, okay. Fair enough. That should be a whole level for her again, I think. Yep, there we go. Give me some strength, some speed. Oh, look at that. I got both of those. Cool. Alright, well. Fine, you've earned yourself one more try. Alright, now who to finish this guy off? I think Ike is in a prime position to finish off Mr. Myrmidon while we go for the Archer with Soren. And then we can heal him up afterwards after he gets pinched by the arrow here. Oh, and a depth proc. He might not even get hit. Nope, he will not. Assuming he doesn't miss. Soren rarely, if ever, misses. Only because his skill growth is his highest stat. And wind is incredibly accurate. So, yeah, you're almost never going to miss anything. Wow, magic speed and defense? I have 8 defense on my mage. That's pretty darn solid, I gotta tell you. And 30 hit points? You don't generally see Soren this tanky. I still wouldn't put him on, like, in front of a bunch of cavalry or anything, but... Pretty solid defenses on Soren here. I'm liking this quite a bit. Still needs a point of strength to counteract his wind tone, but we'll get there eventually. And then, like I said, Ike's gonna clean this guy up. I'll just use the Absolution Sword. I don't see any reason not to. Plus it looks cool in blue, and everyone knows I like blue, so... Matches his hair. That's even better. Find you a sword that matches your hair color, folks. Actually, don't do that. That sounds dumb. Alright, let's see. Run back up here. Who do I want to take out this fighter? I guess we can sick Gatry on him. That mage might hurt if he comes for Gatry, but I think we'll be okay. Oh no, a Venom Axe, and he doubles me. Whatever will I do? It does 0 damage. It's so much fun to hear that noise. I gotta tell you, I'm really fond of that noise. Alright, I think Jill can finish this guy off. We'll go for a ranged attack so we don't get poisoned on accident. We gotta hit both, but 82 is a good score for hitting stuff. Or not. I really need to quit running my mouth, because it's just biting me in the butt right now. Alright, we'll just put Jill on the bush then, I guess. And can Ilyana reach that guy? With bolting, she could. You know, just because it sounds like fun. Again, poor use of bolting tome, but why else do you have it if not to use it? There is a staff I can get later on to fix it. I don't get it for a little while yet, but when I do, that's what we can use it for, is fixing up. There's actually a chapter, I think it's like chapter 22 or 23. And the bolting tome is actually very useful for clearing that out very quick, very easily, and I'm looking forward to doing that. I think we get another bolting tome, actually. We might even get a meteor tome or a blizzard tome. There actually are different elemental flavors of siege tome in this game. And that is more reinforcements. Alright, there's more guys than I initially thought there were going to be. But that is just how the cookie crumbles, I suppose. Who needs healing? Somebody does, I know for a fact. Let's go ahead and heal up Kieran. And I think I'll sick him on that mage, since I'm sure that's somebody he can kill with his less than stellar strength. And he's just in range, too. Look at that. Perfect. Yep, that's a kill. As long as I don't get crit by Ill Thunder. Eesh. Okay, maybe we don't do that. Maybe we soften him up a little bit first. Kind of sad you gotta soften up the mage first before you go for the kill, but, you know, I'm just being a little cautious is all. We'll go for... this gives me triangle disadvantage, but this guy's not doing anything to Ilyana. And I'm not super duper worried. Alright, get at me, sucker. Oh no, 5 damage. Whatever will I do? My poor defenseless mage self. Sorry, I'm just being snarky for the sake of it. Unless you're into that thing. Can't really blame you if you are, because Lord knows I do enough of that. You know what? Actually, this is an is this an Astrid kill? This is an Astrid kill. Sorry, Kieran. Again, as long as she hits, but she doesn't get doubled. And that 9%, you know, 91% chance to hit, I'm willing to risk it. And if she dies, then, well, so be it. Alright, good. 91% is a good hit rate. As it turns out. Oh, not a full level. Wow, I guess we're finally getting to the point where that doesn't happen anymore. We're actually going to go ahead and put Boyd here. Give him a hand axe, just in case the mages get any funny ideas. We're going to take that antitoxin from Boyd. And I'm going to shove Ilyana out of the way of that Myrmidon. Probably right into another one. Yeah, well, that guy's got a long sword. You know, we could just rescue her and get her out of there. Let's do that. Let's have Jill get her out of there. Oh shoot, is Astrid in range of something? A hand axe. That's fine. She'll retaliate. She's not slowed down. The hand axe slows him down by 1. That's a 9 speed. She's got 9 also, so yeah, that's an even speed. She's not gonna get doubled. So we're gonna bail Ilyana out of here. And I will pick her up with Kieran. Put her right there. And let's get Nephany up to the front lines. And Soren's right behind over here. 30 hit points and 8 defense on a mage. He's not even capped yet. Yeah, this will be interesting. She's going to get a chip. Actually, she'll chip and get her level just from chipping, because she's at 98 experience. Even if she misses, she'll get a level up. That's hilarious, because Aragon even gives you that... doubles that 1 experience you get from getting... or from missing and everything. Look at that. 32 experience from hitting a guy. Strength, speed, resistance, good. HP is always nice, too. You never can underestimate the value of HP. Mage is... oh, not in range of Gatry yet. Interesting. That Myrmidon is, but... yeah, go ahead and throw yourself at my Armor Knight, pal, with nearly capped defense. He's actually got more than capped, because that Night Ward gives him 2 extra. So he's actually got 21 defense right now. 22 against a sword-wielding opponent like that guy. Which is the boss. Yep, here comes the boss. He's actually not really a boss, he's just a promoted enemy. Like, you notice the boss music doesn't even play? Wow, even the promoted guy doesn't hurt Gatry. That is hysterical. Yeah, the way that works, because it's split into parts, that there actually really isn't a boss, quote-unquote, for each of these. They're just promoted enemies, which we're going to start seeing on a pretty regular basis now that we're at a point in the game where that's more common. We're actually getting close to the halfway point in this game, actually. I think after this is pretty much the halfway point, honestly. There's only 30 or 29 or 30 chapters, but the later ones are really long. So, gameplay-wise, we're at about the halfway point. Can Astrid get a kill on any of these schmucks? Not as such. I think we send Kieran in to take out this guy, who he can kill with no problem. Assuming he hits on 75, which he had better. Alright, good for you. And down goes the fighter. It's the first time Kieran's done anything this chapter yet. Oh, that's a level, actually. That's 19 for Kieran. Perfect. That much closer to promoting. Still no strength, but hey, speed, defense, skill, I like it. If we can just patch up his strength, I think he'll be fine. Honestly. Oh, a free hand axe. Sweet, I'll put the short axe away. I tried to buy those, but you couldn't before this chapter started, so I'm like, oh shoot, I need another hand axe. But now I don't. Let's see if I can revisit. No, we'll have Boyd attack the boss. He doesn't double. Yeesh, that's a little rough. We'll soften it up with Gatry first. Because Gatry is obviously not threatened remotely at all by this guy. Nice thing about people who aren't magic is Gatry really is not threatened by them at all. A crit from a promoted enemy and he takes nothing. Who says Armor Knights are bad? A lot of people actually say Armor Knights are bad, but they would be wrong. Sorry, pals. Armor Knight good. Oh, just shy of killing that guy. That would be hilarious. But again, I don't think she needs the promoted unit experience. We could let Jill do it. Just enough. Look at that. And we're out of the critical range of that Killer Lance. Alright, Jill, you got this. Nicely done. Some of you may be wondering why I'm putting so much effort into Jill. That is purely because she's worth it. She's so good. Probably one of the best units in this game, bar none. If not the best one. There's a lot of competition. There's a lot of really good units in this game, but Jill is by far one of the best. That's a potential kill for Astrid on this guy here. That'll put her to what, level 6, I think? Alright, I got poisoned because I'm intending to clear the chapter now, so we don't have to worry about any poison damage. Any lingering poison damage. Can the Iron Bow do it? 57 hit. Yikes. We'll stick with the Zephyr, methinks. Only 10% more hit? I forged a steel bow and it's only got that much? Alright, well. Yeah. Should have known that was going to happen. Oh well. It happens. It happens a lot. I think Ilyana can take him down, though. Oh yeah, 100% chance to hit. Alright, goodbye. Really, the only thing we need to worry about is the other Myrmidon, I think. That mage is going to go down pretty quick. I think Boyd can just one-shot him at this point. He one-shot somebody last round, didn't he? 18 for Ilyana, good. Skill resistance, not what I wanted, but I'll take it. We've got Soren here, too, who's not in range of anything, but Ike can make him in range of stuff. Shoving is such an underrated mechanic in this game. Wow. You know you're in business when you're doubling Myrmidons as a magic user. And then, yep, Anti-Adepts, that's 3 hits. Completely unnecessary, but nonetheless fun. And then Boyd cleans up the mage and we get out of here. Well, we get out of this part anyway. We're going to another part. But Boyd's all I got left, so hopefully he lands the hit here. He actually needs to land 2. But I don't think that should be a problem. And actually, if I miss, that just means a kill for Astrid. Alright, goodbye, sir. Okay, well that is part 1 of Chapter 17 done. A little longer than I expected, but that's alright. The subsequent 3 ones will be a little shorter. Versus, they keep coming. He's a bishop and a senator, and he holds peerage. He commands many, many dudes. We should also call in reinforcements. Yes, yes we should. We're going to take a breather real quick and reorganize our attack strategy for the coming chapter. But with that said, we're going to continue that in the next episode. So thank you very much for watching up to this point. I really do appreciate it. Stay tuned for part 2 of chapter 17. And if you wouldn't mind leaving a comment or a like on this video, I'd very much appreciate it. And subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And until next time, this has been Seraphin. Stay classy, internets.